I very tired from standing up. So I squat now. And then on top of my already bleeding pants that I didn't realize, right, I farted. You all got any such fetish? Let's be honest here.
I want to see her at home quietly while I'm at home quietly. I will say, okay, it's time to see game now.
If you can lie to me so well that nobody ever will find out, continue lying to me. On this episode of Get It Out, we have finally reached our 1 year anniversary.
Wow!
Why you
What
so dry?
Why it looks so dry?
Yeah.
And then moisture. Because Ryan today asked us to come on this show, right? Without having to prepare for anything.
No.
He told us don't read the script.
Yeah, like nothing. Like I don't even know, right?
You know why not? We have to do it like the very first episode. There wasn't a plan. We just do it.
We just wing it.
We just wing it. That's why we recreate the whole set like that. The only thing that is different this time, right, is we got a different chair.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've noticed.
Yes.
Yes, but may I ask, why the color palette for my chair a bit different from the rest of your?
You soft boy, ma.
You're a
Soft
bit
boy,
more colourful, bro.
Right.
Yeah,
Match
soft
my personality.
Yeah. You appeal to both men and women, ma. We don't appeal to anyone but our mothers, lah. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have
Sometimes my mother also don't
Okay, more on this chair, this Hinomi chair. Just now, right, when my producer showed me how to properly adjust, right, I was so sold. I tell her, right, that I want two in my house.
Wow.
Not even for us in office.
Yeah.
This is the Hinomi H2 Pro.
H2 Pro, okay.
Let me tell you why is this so impressive, okay? Let me show you. You see, number one, this is the one that impressed me the most.
Wait, what?
Oh, so there's a leg rest.
Yeah. Then flip it up. Now you see?
Oh.
Hey! But that's not all. Whatever you see here, all can shift one. All your lumbar support, forward, back, your back support, forward, back, your headrest, forward, back, up, down, left, right, everything all can one. And then right, on the side, right, you can do this.
Oi!
Wait, what?
Wait, what? Hey!
Left side. Oh, you put your leg. Hey!
I don't know whether
Hey!
I don't know whether the camera can see me, but I don't care. I'm gonna host like this.
Cannot.
Basically, this chair can make you comfortable in whatever position that you choose to be. Most importantly, right, yesterday I was playing Monster Hunter with you, right?
Yeah.
I think you're all experienced before, like in the heat of the moment, you're very engrossed, right? I thought that at the end, I was like, you know why? You know why? Because my chair at home is the leather, the PVC. So what happens is very smooth, right? You will slide off. So when you try to slide on this chair, you will notice that you can't. Because it's used this mesh and weave material, and then because it's so humid, and then we sweat or hot, right? Then our skin will stick to the like leather or PVC.
Right. Then you'll peel. Yeah,
peel, right? This one won't have the problem because now it's breathable material, which means like let's say you got a fan behind all that, right? It can tong fong. But of course, my favorite feature has to be the leg rest because damn sure, like.
I didn't expect it come out from under the chair.
And I like to sit like this type of position and everything. So with that, right, it's really a lot more useful. Another thing, right, this one maybe is not very life-changing for you, but for people like me, right, I'm very OCD. At the end of it, right, you can fold down the whole chair, put it under your table.
Huh?
Yeah, you can fold down.
Dude, that's damn good.
Okay, that is
damn good.
That is damn good.
Because what I realized for my room, right, is I never cater for space.
Yeah, you have no extra space.
I want a lot of things. That's why my room look very cramped. And then my chair is super huge. So I always have to like move my chair out of the rooms
to get an empty space.
Get a space for me to move around.
You can fold down.
I can fold and put under the desk.
Okay, some chairs that I have tried before fits me very well. But my girlfriend is very small size.
She's very petite.
Yeah, very petite. So it's like overly too big for her. But this chair, right, because of the armrest, right, can lock you in.
Oh, right.
Can go up, can go down.
Yeah.
I think it's very versatile.
Especially because editors like us, we sit there for a very long time.
Correct.
It gets very uncomfortable. And all the other chairs that I try, I don't get the optimal position I want. I actually adjust myself to the chair.
Yeah. Actually, for work, right, especially, right, it's very important to have the right posture. So like this one really, the lumbar support, right, really makes you have the right posture. Right? Then you can focus. That is why we should get some for the office. I just saying, I don't know.
Because our job, I think, involves a lot of sitting down. We editing, we shooting, we writing briefs all that, right? So if we want to sit for a long period of time, having a very comfortable chair is very helpful. So this is the H2 Pro version. Okay. Previously, their H1, right, is their best seller. So now they upgraded to 19 adjustment point and they changed it to aluminum profile. So it's a very big upgrade. So if you are interested to check out more on this Hinomi H2 Pro, you can check out in our description box for the website to find out more info. Or if you want to try it out for yourself, you can go to Imperial Mall to give it a test for yourself. You have to try to believe it. I really like it a lot. But that's not all.
Right?
That's all. We are giving away one H2 Pro to one lucky winner.
Wow! Hey, this guy don't even want to give to the office.
没有
YOLO.
没有没有 So if you want to find out more details on how to join the giveaway, you can head over to our IG at Overkill SG and find out how you can win yourself one. Okay, with that out of the way, we now begin our show.
Yeah.
That felt like forever, but,
Yes, but why do we have an extra person sitting here?
because Diane is our producer, along with the other producer lah. We got Jen, we got Jean, and we got yourself lah. So
Yes.
today you represent all three
Yes,
lah.
representation.
Okay, so perhaps maybe you can start off with the Q&A our audience have for us.
So the first question is from Xuan. She's 19 years old. How did Ryan or any of you thought of making Get It Out series? Brilliant idea, by the way. So entertaining to watch. Always been looking forward to Get It Out episodes. And we want more seasons.
Wow, more seasons like Netflix special, this kind of Amazon Prime special.
Yes. That means you all need to subscribe already.
Yeah.
Must subscribe, must subscribe.
This subscribe free or no?
Right.
Nobody else you pay $3.99 per month.
I just have to say, right, when we first thought of this idea, right, I thought of this idea, right, to soften our logistic issues. Because back then, Nigel keep complaining, to drive here, park here, get go here, drive here. Then everybody just say like, wow, very troublesome, always go out, shoot. Then a lot of logistic, bro.
Correct.
So I was thinking that how can we best use what we have, keep it in the office and make it easy for everybody.
Right.
Yeah, and then at the point of time also, I think a lot of producers or some of you actually say that you all want to do podcasts. You all think that podcast is a hot thing and all that thing, but I don't know how to do podcasts. So I thought of doing like a talk show lah, where we just talk cock lah.
Right,
I think
right.
people just want to see us talk cock lah. So
correct,
we just talk cock.
That's our only strong suit.
Yeah.
We can only talk cock.
But you all see as talk cock, but to be very honest, right, this one I think I never share before, but I feel like, right, my life, right, quite 很多起起浪浪. There's a lot of
Experiences.
of experience.
上上下下。
Yeah, 很多上上下下七七八八 all that kind of shit, right? Okay.
566。
对。
Yeah, so I feel I'm not saying I qualified to go give advice, but I feel like I've been through a lot. Enough for me to give my viewpoint.
Correct.
Yeah, so I really genuinely, when I give advice, is really from my viewpoint and I come from a good place lah. So that is my take lah.
Yeah.
I don't know what all you
I'm
think.
just here for the stories, man.
Yeah, just here for the laughs, man.
For the tea,
For the laws and
for the
the tea.
gossips.
Yeah, it's correct,
So all your advice is don't take your advice lah.
Take. But after that, anything happened, not my fault.
Take it and go.
Take.
And go.
How about you, Diane? You got any thoughts when we do this entire show? You like this show or not?
I love.
Oh, you love?
I love.
Sometimes you're not even here, you know.
They take time.
Sometimes we take turns, ma. But I think I wasn't here for like the first pilot episode.
The first pilot wasn't even planned one. It's
Yeah.
just we took the question straight with
The pilot, they weren't even the producers.
Correct.
Yeah,
Because I wanted it to be like self-sustaining. Self-sustaining in the sense that we don't need to involve too many hands on this.
Raw.
Yeah,
It was
raw
almost
lah.
raw.
Yeah.
So the first producer was Gladys.
Oh, okay.
It was this.
What's that?
Pop up.
Oh.
Gladys face.
Right.
I thought you're pointing there. Since I turned my head behind, I saw this. This is how we look like on the first episode.
That's so different.
Oh,
Can we
create the expression?
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to leave like that.
Don't need, just do for one time.
Okay, let us know in the comments who has the biggest change. So Shen, thank you for liking our show. It's always very heartwarming to see positive comments about this show because I have to admit that this show is not the highest view content in our channel.
Yeah.
But we do enjoy doing it. In fact, right, we talk so much in the show, right? I usually don't even talk to him when the camera's not rolling. I keep it for the show. I keep it for the show.
Even after the show, right, we like, okay.
Like strangers already.
enough
Because I feel like we talk too much here. We just catch up here.
Well, you see the video is about an hour long, right?
Yeah.
But the show is like, we cater 2.5 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
So how did I Get It Out name? Whose idea?
I think getting out was from you, right? Your idea, right?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
it was his
because
idea.
it's no choice on the brain of these three have to come up with the name. But actually for me, why initially I was on board with this idea, because I had a very good inspiration from this show called Sip and Spill. I always talk to them about it, and I felt like it was very fun, not only as a content, as to shoot also. Like, I felt like everything is very enjoyable.
Moving on, next question. Honey Bear, 29 years old. Hello! I love this series, by the way. Hope for more seasons to come. The question I would like to ask is what goes behind every Get It Out episode and how we make an episode of Get It Out.
I think a lot of it was start from IGS on my Instagram, asking the audience to submit their stories on a related theme. So like Valentine's Day, we talk about love, your neighbors, bad colleague or whatever.
Right.
We start from there. So it's something that I think we will establish in a discussion between all of us. Then of course behind the camera we sometimes have another producer. We got like Jen or Jean. Okay, we got our crew. That's really not too much of a very big brainstorming session.
Yeah, you know why? It's because basically this whole show started out with just 3 friends want to talk to each other.
Yeah.
So we don't like prepare much when it comes. I didn't even know today what we should do.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it's our.
We keep asking. I just say just shut up. We just
We are we as we.
Yeah, I didn't even know, right? This is our last episode of the season.
Of the season.
I didn't even know. I just come here like, just talk.
just talk.
And then the editors will cut out to the editor. Then after that, the episode will be out.
I think one commendable thing is that y'all only see like maybe 1 hour or 45 minutes. But what really goes on behind the scenes, right, is that the editors have to scrub through 3 to 4 hours of footage. And they have to hear us talk out. Can you imagine hearing us talk out for 3 to 4 hours? I will kill myself.
I would because we both edit before. Like, wow, shit, it's very tall.
It's very tedious and it's like very props to the editors behind the
No wonder the editors don't like to talk to us. They hear us talk.
It's not 4 hours.
I think before like the filming, the producer also got part to play
No
right?
lah.
we never say.
Nothing much lah.
So we have to like research on like topics to do that audience will like and as well as like the host will enjoy talking about. And then we will have to send up forms, put up IG stories to make sure that our audience will submit their own like stories. Then we have to filter through a lot of submissions also. And to pick out like the best and the most interesting ones that y'all would have something to talk about lah.
The filtration process can be quite tough.
Maybe.
Yeah, we really don't.
Maybe.
Oh no, yes, I
It's really
agree.
quite tough. Because the first episode I did, so really a lot of like the story like 1-2 sentences.
Some are cancelable.
And some very cancelable.
Okay, next question. Coco. My question for the host is, what are your favorite episodes?
My favorite episode.
I know my least favorite episodes.
Okay.
My least favorite is actually all the horror. Because a lot of things will go on. I know it's the most popular one, but I just very frustrated shooting it. Because there's a lot of like things that go wrong. But that is nothing to do with the episode itself. It's more like technical issues that a lot of things just don't go smoothly. I'm not sure is it a curse or what.
Maybe the ghost missing.
I don't really have a favorite episode, but I have a favorite like genre topic that I like to talk about, and it's mostly like mainly adulting because like I feel like I can give a lot of value to the audience and myself. I'm learning at the same time, so like I like those like housing, entrepreneurship. Then like talking about maybe like savings, investment. I love this kind of episode because not only I can provide value for you guys, I also learning at the same time, and then like I can apply in my life. That's why I find like this Get It Out is very valuable very informative.
I understand it.
It's too half.
You see, I love it. I love it also. But I also know that.
You know why not? His chair is too comfortable.
No.
Wow.
But I also love that type of thing. But I also understand that it can be dry for people that is not interested, like this guy.
That's why he's here for the other half.
Yes. My favorite is the exact opposite. I love the gossips.
I love the gossip. You like all the
I like it when we first started, then there was so many interesting things.
Actually, my favorite is the first.
Go banger.
I still remember the Go Banger girl. Where are you? Hello. Hello. Because it's so interesting. I'm so invested in the story. It goes on for episodes. It's like I'm watching like a drama, but I can talk about it. You know? It feels like you know those Netflix, they Single Inferno. Then we're like looking at them screwing up. So I enjoy those like.
So that's your favorite episode, the first episode.
First few. When we talk about all this nonsensical stuff.
My first one is great My first one because no expectation.
Correct.
We're just trying out. How about you?
My favorite is Valentine's. Gone Wrong. The love gone wrong story.
The one with Xiao Qian.
Yeah, the one with Xiao Qian.
The one with Xiao Qian. I think that was also a very good episode. It's very well liked by the audience. This one like break 100K within a week.
Wow.
So really.
100K?
Yeah, more than 100K. Yes, get it out. 100K.
That's an achievement.
You didn't know.
I didn't know. Wow. Good job.
Thank you.
You produced by who?
No wonder lah.
No, but I like the content, like, because it's like the other side of love.
Because you do one.
Okay lah, but we should applaud for her lah. Good job.
Get 100K, I never expected it. Honestly, I never expected
We got a few
Actually,
100K.
there's a few 100K.
There's a few.
Of Get It Out.
Yeah. We put in equal effort and equal love to all of our episodes lah. But we know which one you like more.
Next. Shiok lah, 24 years old. Hello, Nigel, Ryan, and Ben. What are the worst failures that have happened only in Get It Out series, like broken equipment or completely scraping the entire episode? And why do you three see in this order?
Wow.
Unconsciously or planned?
I think the worst thing that happened to us was our file got corrupted. Usually we don't like to say this in
correct.
camera because when we say this, right, it happens. It happened actually twice. Touch wood.
Everybody touch.
That was the worst, and we had to try to recover.
And then have to pay money to recover the ground.
Yeah, and if we don't recover, we have to
Scrape that
reshoot.
shit.
It's like
No,
40
we have to
minutes.
reshoot.
Yeah, we have to reshoot and we lose all the moments.
Yeah, because all these moments is I would say organic
Unscripted and unplanned.
yes. And it's raw, but then now we finish it, we need to say the whole story again. And we really know each other's thoughts.
And
so
then
we
the
won't
reaction
feel-
will be different.
Yeah. So that was I feel like that was the worst part lah.
Yeah.
Not just time wastage, the reaction not genuine.
Yeah.
A lot of things is just, it doesn't feel as special anymore.
Luckily, we still haven't reached to a point that we need to script one entire episode. We sometimes also got sometimes I will say like we'll script a question that we did. If it's a bit too dry or too dangerous,
Yeah, for sure.
then we will script it. Or we put it in the members. If it's more dangerous, right, we will put it in the members.
So if you haven't joined our members, do remember to join.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
we
yeah.
have like a lot of unreleased story from Get It Out.
Correct. As to why we sit in this position, it wasn't planned.
Actually, it is. It is. Actually, I planned for you. You don't know.
Oh,
Wow.
I just
Because you always want to choose your better side.
Yeah, correct.
Anyway, so you only plan for yourself lah.
See, I want to see this side,
Yeah.
because it depends on my hair.
Yeah, okay.
Like maybe today this hair look
Right.
better. I don't say it looks good,
Right.
but it better.
But this side, that side, this side, all ugly.
no, one uglier than the other.
Oh, okay. Which one less ugly?
Which
lah?
one less ugly? So when I see here, right, then naturally I'll plant right in the middle.
correct.
Then no choice.
I just take them. Wherever seats empty, I just take it.
So no
Plan
particular
no
order.
plan.
Yes.
Only he plan.
Yeah, I plan for them. They don't even know.
Yeah.
I mastermind.
Next question. Error 25. Will there be a season 2? And please get on Spotify. You guys are my top 1 favorite podcast at the moment.
Okay,
Top
wait.
one.
Wait, I don't call ourselves a podcast. I call ourselves like a talk show.
Yeah, we are not a podcast. I don't think we fall in any category.
Yeah, we don't catch up on anything or anything.
Yeah, we are not daily.
Yeah,
also.
Ah.
Yeah, I would just say we are just 3 guys talking in front of a camera, and then we just put up whatever we talk.
Yeah.
YouTube.
We are actually also on Spotify. It's just that I'm not sure if anybody actually listens to it.
Actually, there's quite a few listeners on Spotify.
Oh, is it?
No,
Like,
because
per episode got 1K.
no, but because the very first episode when it go out, right, I saw like got 10
Yeah, it's quite
listeners.
sad,
Oh yeah.
And then
I think 2 is me and right?
Nigel tell me he got listen. I said I also got it, so we are 2 people. Are we still uploading to Spotify?
Yes, we are.
Oh, we still
So
uploading.
actually on Spotify you can watch the video also.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can watch the video on
Yeah.
Spotify. also.
Hello, those on Spotify.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
However, I will say right, you see the video better because our expression, our action, a lot funnier.
Our voice not very melodic.
Not
Yeah,
the
yeah,
most soothing also.
Yeah, not the most soothing.
So yeah, we are on Spotify, so you
Yeah.
can just search Get It Out on Spotify and then you can.
Yes. And-
All our episodes are there.
And of course, we will be doing season 2.
Of course.
Yeah, it's just
yeah?
we
yeah?
we
You
don't
going
want?
close the show.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay lah, then I just deduct your pay lor.
No, but we
Less.
have to have some form of sponsors. Season
Correct. How can we keep doing this?
for free. Wow, chair uncomfortable.
So speaking of that, I would like to thank Hinomi for sponsoring this episode with these beautiful chairs. I
Yes,
am so I want 2 for my house. Even just now when the camera stopped rolling, Nigel also said he really want one.
Yeah,
he
I
did
really
like
want to
it.
get one.
Just not pink, right?
Sure. Why, pink nice what?
Oh, so you want pink?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we hope that any of you out there, if you are running a business, you want to put snacks on the table, want to talk about anything, you can work with us and email us here.
Yeah, correct. Please do.
Okay.
A bit more.
What? You must angle
other way,
there.
the other way.
Angle there. Yeah, bubble tea will be great too.
Okay, next question. Bye. I'm a fan, 29. Can we see the crew and producer behind Get It Out or a peek at what it is like on set?
Okay, Ken, these are the producers. Diane, Jen, Jean. Okay? And then these are the crew, which is
Everybody.
everybody.
Okay.
Everybody
If
say.
you're behind the scenes.
Okay.
We show you
Okay,
what
take
is
video,
happening right now.
Okay.
Take a video.
Then if you want to see this video, say hi.
Say hi.
Say hi.
So we
Okay.
got Harry, Fats, and Jen today.
So you want to see what goes behind? You all subscribe to our members. Then I'll put the video there.
Okay. Next.
Next, Charlie, 41.5. Dear Ryan, Nigel, and Ben. Also to producers and crew, thank you for doing this and for a new series, something I truly enjoy.
What do you want to see the show becoming in a year? Will it have expanded to broader or sensitive topics? This is the grand question. Sometimes we also have to test within ourselves whether whatever we say can be taken out of context and then we get cancelled. Very, very dangerous. It's a very stressful part of the job actually. So I will say while we will try to push the boundaries, we have to be very, very careful. But as we say, this one we really don't plan much. We will ask the questions online and then see what the audience send, what type of story they send. Then we'll just tackle it as it comes.
Also let us know what broader and sensitive topics you want to talk about.
But actually, this entire show, if you think about it, is actually all done by you guys. Right, you guys submit the story and we simply just react.
Correct. We just filter a bit of that.
So, continue sending your stories. Sometimes when you see we do our story, right, even if your story is not related to the topic, right, we will still keep it for future episodes.
Yes, correct.
So feel free to send your stories.
And if your story is like very sensitive one, then you send to producer, just say for members.
Then we will do it for members.
Then
also.
we'll do it for you guys.
Okay, for the next question, Mala Angel, 30 years old, okay? Will there be a chance where your guests, viewers, will be invited and share their experience and perspective?
Of course.
We had this discussion where we want to bring this outside, outdoor, public place where people can come in and share their stories. But I figured that I think Singaporeans are generally very shy and reserved. So I also concerned whether if we do this, anybody will show up.
Yeah, correct.
So you all need to tell us whether you want this episode to happen, right? Then we will go set it up. I don't want later we go set it up, one booth down there, waiting for people to come out, nobody come.
Yeah, correct.
Then malu, then we talk among ourselves.
Then we can be in office one, can do aircon one.
No, cannot. We do outside.
Yeah.
In the hot, humid weather.
Yeah, correct.
Then we still wear like that.
Yeah. Then we cannot sit on comfortable chair.
Yeah. So let us know whether you are interested in this episode. We do want to hear from you guys, but our experience of shooting outdoors and with the public has been that a lot of people are very shy.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so that might be tough for us to do. But we still want to hear from you.
If you all are scared,
Can censor your face?
We can censor. We can
change your voice.
change your voice.
don't worry. We just want the juicy.
Yeah, we want the juice. We can
want
ask
the
you
juicy.
live.
Yeah, we want to ask you live.
Yeah.
So tell us the topics and actually where you want us to be at. Like the maybe Dhoby Ghaut? Like the open space area. So we'll be putting a form in the description box below so you can fill it up.
Hey, but last but not least,
Yes.
I would like to thank our viewers.
Of course.
Yes, because honestly, none of this will happen.
Without you guys.
When we first started out all this, right? Honestly, my own personal opinion, I didn't feel like people will say any questions.
Yeah.
I feel like people are not interested. Because we really just three guys talking nonsense. We don't really I don't really give value. I'm just here to talk about.
Try our best.
Yeah, we try our best.
Try
You
our
know,
best.
we didn't have much expectation from this show. And after that, as the show progresses, more and more questions come in. The questions I hear from you want us to have a season 2.
Yes, yeah.
You want us to come down and talk to you guys. I feel like it's very heartwarming to see that actually a lot of you all want to watch this. And of course, we will continue because if you all want it,
You get it.
yeah, correct.
Yeah, honestly, when we start this first episode, right, there wasn't a plan, right? Because, right, I met with a lot of resistance. A lot of people say, who will watch this, all that, but we just like wing the whole thing and then it turned out well and I'm glad that it worked out well. At least I would say that this stream of content, right, is the one that most people like to comment and interact. Yeah. So that is something I appreciate. Okay, with that, right, we're going to throw back to the very first episode and we are going to go back to your story.
Oh yes, my favorite.
This is the part already.
Wow, we need to drink some tea.
Okay, for the first story from Oden. You know the sound when fabric tears, but do you know the sound when fabric tears because it is ripped apart by your ass cheeks? What the fuck? When I was in secondary school, I had a problem with my weight and the school pants was not Uniqlo quality. So basically, one of the top 3 hot chicks in school was standing behind me and I dropped the dollar I was going to use for payment at a drink store. Being the cool guy that I am, I wanted to show her my insane reaction speed. So I squat down so fucking fast, my pants didn't just rip, it exploded. It was like a gunshot in another country. The police would have been caught. I stood up just as quickly and instead of buying drinks, I did an awkward knees together and walked to the toilet. By the way, I still managed to get my coin. She didn't really react, but I'm 100% sure she knew what happened. It haunts me to this day. She's getting married. Should I ask her about this? Oh, then.
No, don't tell her about it.
Wow, don't remind her of this. You all ever got this type of wardrobe malfunction before?
Have, confirm.
With him some more.
When?
When we go Mount Batu.
You all shake at the mountain.
No, this guy on certain parts of Mount Batu, right? it becomes from walking up the mountain to climbing the mountain, right?
Very, very inclined.
So between each step, it gradually gets steeper and further apart. So my good friend here, as you can see, he's not vertically inclined and not very athletic.
No, at that point of time, I was athletic. At that point of time, because it's poly period. So I take care. Like that. But I vertically challenged. That was how I was
Yes.
like that, right?
What your pants are?
Yeah. Then it's not one hole. It's might as well it become a dress.
You know the kebaya got the slit. His pants literally got the slit.
But it's in the middle. So if I inside never anything like.
It's something already lah. Skirt already.
It's not like there's a small hole you like that you can pick through.
But only he saw it.
No lah.
Everybody
heard.
Our whole group of friends.
By no choice. Halfway up the mountain.
There was no Uniqlo upstairs.
The thing is, you feel embarrassing.
It was funny lah.
You will laugh at it. But I want to know a wardrobe malfunction that you're really genuinely embarrassed about.
I have.
Because this guy is really embarrassed. Did you tell us your story?
So I was secondary school, right? We had to sit down on the floor during assembly.
Yeah.
So I didn't know why my skirt was like until the back.
Your skirt until the back.
My skirt until the back. You know the flowy part until the back. And then somebody's leg was on it.
Oh.
Then I stand up.
Oh my
God.
I stand up. My entire pants dropped.
Oh shit.
Primary school.
My skirt.
You primary school?
Secondary school. Wow, it's still embarrassing.
Then what? That's what's inside.
I got wear pants, but it's still very embarrassing.
Okay lah. Not like panties
But I
lah.
wasn't wearing like PE shorts. I was like, it's like safety shorts. So you know, it's very short.
Okay.
That was damn embarrassing.
Did the person apologize?
No lah, I don't even know what
You're supposed
I
to
did
sing,
there, honestly.
yeah.
I think I just like pull my skirt around and just ran to the toilet.
You cry?
No lah.
Almost cry?
Almost cried.
Almost lah. Fucking embarrassing. Assembly leh.
But
Everybody was there.
But anybody laugh?
No, I don't know. I never noticed anybody. I
you
just like, oh my god.
My one, I really very, very embarrassed.
Okay.
So this one happened during NOC days. In NOC, I director ma. I will direct the shoot.
Right.
So got one morning, right, I fucking late for the shoot already. That time, of course, I still with my ex-wife lah.
Right.
So my ex-wife got this habit, right? When she changed the razor blade of the shaver, right, she just like throw it everywhere. So at my old house, right, to get into the bathtub to shower, right, I need to 跨过去. You get what I mean? Like a tub. But I need to 跨过去.
Right.
So she left a razor blade there, and because the whole bathtub, right, is marble, so very hard to see the pattern. I cannot see. When I 跨过去, right, I brought out the razor blade at my ass there. So it started to bleed. So okay, it hurts. It hurts in my ass. Then I said, never mind, just wash it off. I very late already. So that day, I chose to wear a white pants.
Nice.
Right.
Yes, that's the right way.
Yeah. So I didn't know. I just see it and all that, right? You know what's the worst part? Because I still angry with her till this day. My ex-wife saw it, okay? But she never said. Because we are all very busy, right? And then she go tell all the crew, I know Ryan pants is like, but don't tell him. So nobody tell me, never buy it. Then at the show, I very big already, right? So I very fierce that day. I scolding people like, hey, act properly, why the lights like that, why the sound like that? I scold like that, right? Then I very tired from standing up. So I squat now. And then on top of my already bleeding pants that I didn't realize, right, I farted. And then everybody scared to laugh. But they all try to tahan. Then I was like, I also agree, right? I also don't want to laugh quick, right? But I also don't want to laugh at my dad. It's not on the right time to laugh. So everybody mood was so tense. Wow, but I was so fucking embarrassed. I forever remember.
The mood is like, what the fuck? You put the light like that?
Really?
That's not the worst part. Got blood.
Then after that, one of the actors got tell me, because she came late, so she never hear about don't tell me. Say, why your pants like that? Then I see, wow, that was the after party. Wow, I'm fucking embarrassed.
my God.
I'm fucking embarrassed. So that was my embarrassed story. So if you put yourself in my shoe, you won't be able to laugh at you. Because you already show temper already.
Yeah.
Because you show temper already.
Cannot laugh quick. Yeah.
So if you, in this case, right, will you have asked the girl if she knew of this situation?
But after so long though, why would you?
Why would you want to bring it up? But this guy good storyteller. I like how he described. But I think the past is the past. Don't need to embarrass. Only you will be thinking about it. Nobody will be thinking about your embarrassed past. Unless people are still thinking about my bleeding pants back then. I don't know. Nobody brought it up though.
Yeah, I guess.
Don't dare.
Nobody. Alright, for the next story from M. I am a Gen Z, but I don't feel like I belong to this generation. I am super introverted. I often find it hard to vibe with people. I don't like to go to bars and clubs drinking, smoke or vape. I don't date around for fun and not into one night stand. Whenever I hang out with friends or new people I recently met, all they always want to do is drink. I don't like alcohol and can't tolerate alcohol well. I end up feel damn sian cause not my thing and can't vibe. I also feel that people think I am a boring person because I don't like drinking and loud music. It's hard to get to know new people because I don't share these interests. I do have my own things that I enjoy, which is mostly sports and fitness and food. Can I get some advice? Sad face.
This one, easy peasy.
Change friends.
Actually, whatever you say, I also don't like it. So,
Whatever I say, I also don't like.
Yeah.
I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't club. My hobbies are Pokemon.
you're not into one night stand.
I'm a very weird person.
Yeah. You like food?
Yeah, I like food.
But you don't like sports and fitness?
Oh yeah, I don't like sports.
But actually, it just sounds like a normal guy.
Yeah, that actually sounds very
You
ordinary.
don't sound very
I
weird.
feel like you are now trying to impress.
Yeah.
Because these are the things cool kids do.
Yeah.
Fit in.
You try to
Fit in
Trying
lah.
to fit in. And I think that is the worst thing to do because I think for me, right, when I was in poly, a lot of my friends do clubbing, smoking, drinking. And I'm glad that I didn't turn out like that just because I want to fit in. I never liked it and I only go when like all my close friends are going or when it's free. And then like now I feel like wow, I'm glad I didn't fall into that hole or else I would be such a different person. And I don't know how old you are, but
Gen Z.
Gen Z, yeah.
I'm also
You're
Gen
also Gen
Z.
Z.
Technically, I'm also Gen Z.
97 above lah.
But I don't feel like I'm a Gen Z lah. I don't think you all would ever think that I'm a Gen Z.
Yeah,
I'm not. And I feel like you are just not mixing around the right people. Or in fact, you're trying to fit in with the people that doesn't suit your vibe. What you mean like what? Gen Z, everybody drink, smoke and...
Not true.
Not true.
Not true.
Not true. There's so many people out there that do different things. If you like sports, then you hang out in the gym with people. You don't need like so many friends. You just need that couple of friends that share the same interests. You all go out together, you feel happy. Enough already, but you need so many for what?
Based on your interests and all the things that you like and don't like, I think half the people in the office here right, have similar things also. Yeah, so I think is finding your community, finding your tribe lah. To do what you like. I think like for him, he have like a lot of friends that is interested in Pokemon. So I think you find a community within your interests. That actually helps a lot lah.
But you don't get peer pressured, meh?
I do but I just say no.
Yeah, same eh. Because
What's so hard saying
But
no?
if it's the entire group of friends that you're very close with, they like, oh, you smoke break you won't feel pressured.
I go you but you smoke.
Yeah lah. I don't have to smoke ma.
I don't have to smoke.
But you know what's worse or not? Because back at my secondary school, all my friends are all abeng ma. They don't play games one. But I love to play computer games. And every time I play computer games, they say I nerd lah, all that.
Yeah.
Then I will always very ashamed one. Like I want to play game, right? I play quietly, then they call me, say, what you doing? Yeah, nothing, just chilling. But actually I play game. But I don't dare to say. But then after that, I subsequently feel like, why am I ashamed of my hobby? I want to do what I want. I think more sustainable is you have to do things that you actually like. Yeah, then slowly start to find friends that like to play game. Then I can play Monster Hunter with him or whatever thing. Then our interests align. There's no one clone that have the exact same interests and dislikes as you. I think it's different group of friends for different activity.
But actually, really see your own personality. Okay, for me, right, because I also don't really like going club, drinking, smoke. I don't even smoke of it. But what I feel is
Hey,
like,
no, you can't vape. Vape is illegal, guys.
Alright.
Yeah, don't do that. man.
Nobody vapes.
Yeah, I don't
Nobody
know.
vapes.
Nobody
Yeah.
vapes.
Nobody vapes.
okay, I don't smoke. What I learned what my experience is, usually the most fun nights, right, are the nights that you don't want to go out. That you force yourself.
Impromptu.
Yeah, very impromptu. Usually those are the most fun
They're the
nights.
best nights.
Yeah, that's for my experience lah. But like they said lah, if your friends around you are doing stuff that you don't like, then why are you still friends with them? Like how do y'all even become friends? But unless they are your like really close friends then you go out hang out with them, then you just tell them they're your friends, or you can just tell them you don't like doing this stuff lah. And then for you are super introverted, don't like drinking, don't like loud music, and then you say it's hard to get to know new people because people think you are boring, right? It's okay, you just haven't found the right people yet.
Yeah, doesn't mean you like these things means you're boring.
Yeah lor.
You find Pokemon card boring?
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah, you see?
And I have
You see?
so many friends that love
Yeah.
Pokemon card.
Yeah, and since you enjoy mostly sports and fitness, what sports you play? Like football, this?
Hey, that's a big community.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
very big community. Yeah,
You can play with him. Even.
yeah. Fitness. The gym got how many people? And food. Yeah, Ryan like food. You can hang out with him.
But he introvert.
I also introvert.
Yeah.
We can enjoy each other's silence.
I also introvert.
Yeah.
But introvert very hard to introvert together.
Okay, one. You just have to have a common understanding, right? There's no pressure to have a conversation, and that's fine. When I see people introvert,
Yeah.
I do like say, hey, you don't need to feel awkward. I also very introvert. I also very shy one. So
Yeah.
we are okay like that. Don't worry about it. Don't need to find a topic to talk about.
And like, don't be so worried about having so many friends.
Yeah, actually,
there's no hard and fast rule of like, okay, by 25, I must have 100 followers. Nobody, nobody does that.
I have to agree this part greatly, right? Because back then I got a lot of friends. But I think having a lot of friends is also how many meaningful relationships you can have in a limited amount of time.
Yes.
And actually, honestly also, more friends, more problems.
Yes.
All their problem become your problem to help. And then it just becomes very overwhelming because sometimes you put them before you and then you do everything for them. And then when you need help, you don't feel the same return back, right? You will feel disappointed. But that's also on you because you expect a favor to be returned.
Correct.
So less friends, better.
Yeah,
Quality over quantity.
Correct.
Quality over quantity.
I super agree. Alright, next question is from Big Balls. Hi guys, not sure if you guys encounter girlfriends with very weird fetish. My girls love to grab and see my ball every day. When her fetish kick in, she will sudden attack and grab it. It's not painful, but it's very ticklish for me. So every time she grab it, I will laugh out loud and to her eyes, I'm having fun as well. And she will request me to take off my pants to see my balls on weird timing. Like after a meal, she will say, okay, it's time to see ball now. What the fuck? I didn't confront her before this. She just say, "Ayah," and brush it off. If it's you guys, what will you do? Big balls.
Guys, you are too comfortable on this place.
You
guys are too comfortable, guys.
This is the life you're talking about. Why suddenly you got talking about balls and fetish?
You are too comfortable.
How about your expert opinion on this?
Balls, you don't want her to see the balls, right? They don't have the balls. You cut it off.
Okay.
You all got any such fetish? Let's be honest here. Like you want to see a certain thing.
Your girlfriend
Everybody quiet.
I want to see her at home quietly while I'm at home quietly. That's my fetish.
You want to see her quietly sit in a corner while you play game.
The greatest fetish.
That one also my fetish.
I would say, okay, it's time to see game now.
It's time for game.
It's time for game.
Okay, so I guess in my opinion if it's really not a very painful thing or what, you just find it weird, right? Then maybe it's a thing. It's both 你们的 thing. I think as weird as it may seem, you can look it in a way that is endearing because this is everybody that look at this will find it weird. But both of you is already like normal.
That's how she show love, I guess.
Maybe that's how she show love.
It's not that I don't think maybe she don't like balls. She just like your balls.
Yeah.
That could be,
On a deeper level.
like maybe if she see Nigel's balls, she may not like it. That kind of concept. It's because it's your balls.
Yeah.
So you gotta, grow some balls and just take it.
Take the balls.
If it's really that hard, right? Maybe you all can go like those arts and craft, right? Go make a cast of your balls. Then let her play.
Sure. That is the professional advice, right?
Correct. From a 37-year-old guy.
No, but if you're uncomfortable, I think you can talk to her lah.
He talked to her and
Yeah.
she said, "Ayah."
That's why you guys are too comfortable.
Yeah.
You are too comfortable in this space already. We gotta stop it already.
You gotta stop it.
Yeah.
I mean, but continue selling.
We're trying to get new subscribers.
Yes, correct,
The first day they come in and then see
It's
grabbing
bobo
people's
time.
other balls, bobo time.
But Big Boss, I also like the way you write your story. Please tell us more about your stories also. I love it. Okay, for the next story. From Mimi. My boyfriend comes from a richer family and his parents are very cultured, speaks gently, talk about politics and economics as compared to mine who speak a bit louder and a bit coarse in their choice of words. They are hawkers. His mom doesn't seem to like me very much. I'm not a girly girl and behave very differently from her and her daughter. But I always approach them with good manners. His mom is a bit sensitive about things and lies and gossips, which is a bit icky to me since my parents are usually quite straightforward with things. My boyfriend and I might get married soon and it's a bit daunting that I have to call these people my parents-in-law in the future. I have always been respectful to elders unless they show that they don't deserve it. Any advice from Ryan? Oh, why me, yeah? I divorced. You asked me for your married thing. Parents is always a very difficult thing. That's why I always maintain, right? If possible, right, don't live with them after you get married.
Very tricky lah.
Yeah, very, very tricky. You can't say anything, really, honestly speaking. This is just a matter of when you're there, you have to put on a mask and for me okay? You have to remember your manners and your respect. When they say make yourself at home, don't make yourself at home. Don't suddenly put your leg on the table and just relax and like that.
My first question is, because not a lot of context was given,
Yeah.
is have you talked to your future husband about this?
But 他夹在中间很难的， 手心是肉，手背也是肉嘛。
No, but I don't think in this topic is very difficult because there wasn't like a very sensitive thing. It's just like, our parents very different. You think it's easy for us to cope. It's very simple things. I feel like it's not very big problem like the go beggar girl.
Oh.
You know, because there's lying, there's gaslighting, very difficult. But this is just like, our both side of parents are very different.
From different worlds.
Yeah, so how do we go about
Spend
it?
lifestyle with them. As long as you don't stay together, I don't think that's a very, very big issue.
Yeah,
I guess. But another way, like Ryan says, spend less time. I think instead of like distancing the relationship, I think maybe you can try mending it first. Honestly, like maybe try to spend more time with her to understand where she's coming from. Maybe because you all don't really spend much time together with your future mother-in-law, then that's why maybe you don't really understand why she's like this. Then from her point of view, she also don't really understand why you're like this. So maybe if you all like go outing, mother and daughter go outing, go shop, go talk high tea or what, then maybe you all get to know each other better. Then maybe relationships will improve.
But I also have to acknowledge that some relationship, right, when they reach the apex, it means cannot improve. It's just like that.
Of course,
it's just going to be like that. You just cannot.
It can go only two ways only.
Yeah, it's just like that. If can, then you 过年过节 go say hi, show your manners. It's a couple of hours, bear with it. Otherwise, don't let it run your whole life, bro.
But can you take it if your parents don't accept your partner?
Wow.
Because you put yourself in the guy's shoes.
For me, I won't care. My ex-wife, both my parents didn't like. I still go ahead.
I would prefer that.
I would prefer.
Yeah, definitely.
Ideal situation.
Situation.
But honestly, they might have their reasons also.
Yes.
Yeah. So
So will you see it as like, oh, my parents don't like my partner, maybe she's not the one? Because some people do see it like that.
Okay, because my childhood is not like that. I'm not particularly, very, very close with my parents. So I won't have that problem. But I don't know. If your mom and dad don't like your girlfriend now.
I think it depends on the reason why they don't like.
Yeah.
If it's like, say like, oh, my girlfriend very disrespectful to my parents. My parents don't like, hey, that's their right.
That's clear cut already.
That's clear cut. Then I will in fact talk to my girlfriend about it and say like, hey, you're not doing this right. Maybe next time you come over, be a bit more.
So the reason is important.
Maybe like you wash your feet before you go in, that kind of thing. If the things they don't like is like, oh, 他的 S cheek 太小，不会生好的 baby.
That was exactly my case.
This kind of thing, then I don't really care because to me I don't believe this kind of thing. Then I'll just tell my parents like, to me it doesn't matter.
Cannot change.
They cannot change. You ask me to break up because the S cheek small, that kind of thing. But if it's a proper reason, then I will talk to whichever side that I think need to improve. It's not always that the girlfriend has to change to the parents' liking. Sometimes it's the parents thinking that might be a bit different from generation to generation. So I think it depends lah. Of course, cannot say like the girlfriend don't do anything that the parents must like that kind of thing. You both sides need to play a part and a role.
Of course, in an ideal world, your parents like your partner is the most beautiful world lah. But this, in reality, it does not happen that often, I guess. I mean, you have
both must play ball. I mean,
play ball. Yeah, the previous girl like to play ball.
Both must play ball. Like, you get what I mean?
So, but your parents love your partners?
Yeah.
All of you?
Yeah. At the start, maybe like because 不熟, but then slowly it gets better. That's why I say like, for me, I believe in mending the relationship first. Building a relationship. It doesn't straight away, like again, you say you respect elders and then you only give respect to people who deserve it. It's the same relationship and respect as well is given to people who earn it, not as a privilege or anything.
Actually, it doesn't take much because initially, right, understandable, I don't blame anyone, right? When I date my current girlfriend, right, her parents is...
Your current girlfriend is who?
I always say my current girlfriend, then Shirley was going. Okay. When I dated Shirley, when I was at 追她的时候,
which is your current girlfriend lah.
Her parents, her family, in fact, have a lot of concerns. I'm divorced. The age
For
gap
sure,
is big.
for sure.
Understandable.
Ugly.
I'm ugly, I'm poor, a lot of things lah. Okay, so obviously they will have concerns. Okay,
But you're ugly.
Shut the fuck up! But over time, right, the relationship start to improve a lot, and I think that they very turn me now.
I think right, because I heard this story from Ryan. That's why right, it cannot be of wrong reasons. Like what Ryan did to get all the good books of the parents, you go and buy food.
So
the Hokkien Mee.
Like I will go. I not only buy food for Shirley, I order for the entire family. Then sometimes when I go out, I remember, the mom like to eat Hokkien Mee. Buy for her.
Yeah, that's why.
Small thing like that. That to slowly shape up the, like improve the relationship lah.
It's like you cannot be 100% like your mother-in-law or father-in-law, but there has to be this sort of boundary and respect they have to have for your partner's family, but I know you don't. To you, it's a bit icky because the mom's sensitive about lies and gossip. Then when you go to her, you just be a little bit prim and proper, lor. Just for that few hours, that kind of thing. You have to lah. You have to. No choice.
But it's sad that you cannot be yourself around your partner's parents.
No, I don't think any of us will ever be ourselves in front of her.
Go to the parents' house and then we'll grab the balls.
Yeah, she wouldn't, ma. She wouldn't. Honestly,
I will be very concerned.
yeah, no, up to now, maybe you're with your your girlfriend how long already?
This is our 6 years.
6 years,
Yeah.
You go out with the parents, you will be yourself, eh?
No.
Exactly.
I will, eh.
So you eat it, be like, oh, la, tikan din na.
No lah, not so vulgar.
exactly.
one.
So that- But you are like that.
Yeah, lah, so you're not yourself, like that.
Yeah, lor.
Okay lah.
Yeah, so-
Filter a bit.
There's this boundary you have to hit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, tone down a bit.
Yeah.
And the next one
Yes.
is a very, 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 very juicy one.
Juicy.
What's up, one?
This one got someone.
Oh,
So
you
this is
talk,
by V. He was going to the club that night with his friends. So I asked him for his computer password to book flights. I had some suspicions already, so this was really just for me to look through his Telegram/WhatsApp. And guess what? Dude was cheating already. I found screenshots of him telling his friends about cheating with prostitutes / flirting with girls from last year. And he was fucking someone else in the same Airbnb bed just the day before I flew over to Korea to visit him. He had the audacity to tell me how excited he was to see me / how much he loves me while flirting and fucking another girl. A lot of his friends who knew about me were in it as well.
Wow.
Plus, help him to cover his tracks too. So anyway, my ex sells trades watches on Carousel and I still have one of his watch with me. I was planning to give it back to him last time, but all my friends were telling me to just keep it or sell it. I don't know how to feel about it because I don't want him to have something to hold against me, you know? What should I do?
Name and shame.
Harry Potter and the audacity of this bitch. This one, seriously. Wow, this one, wow. I think if the whole problem is about the watch, right, fuck it, that's a very small problem.
Yeah, I'll just take it.
There's few angles to see this, but usually, I think people won't agree with me, but don't go ask questions you don't want to find out the answers to.
Oh, yes. correct.
Don't go ask the password all that. Sometimes I really truly believe this one. I used to not understand when I was young. Ignorance is bliss.
Okay, then let me ask you all this question.
Back live longer.
Okay, let's say, now you all got partner,
Aye.
then you got this suspicion.
Okay.
You rather know or not know?
Not no. I really rather not.
Like let's say, okay, in an alternate world, Shirley cheating on you. It's a fact already. Then everybody know. Then like, will your wish be wanting us to tell you or you want to keep in the dark?
I put it out there to all my crew, my friends, my friends that are watching this, family watching this. If you all ever know, don't tell me. I rather not know.
No, but to him, cheating is not a deal breaker.
Yeah, it's not, but I rather not know also. You get what I mean? I'd rather not know.
Like right now, right? Someone in your bed.
At your house,
At your house.
Your wusa bed, tell us.
your room.
I'd rather not know. I honestly rather not know.
You rather not know.
Yeah.
I will know. I want to know.
You will know.
If not, I'm wasting my time,
Yeah.
because it's deal breaker for me.
Physical cheating lah.
Yeah lah.
Emotional?
Both also actually.
Both also lah. Okay.
What is emotional cheating to you? I'm very curious because I want to paint some scenarios.
Like, what is your boundaries? What will cross the line and you say that's emotional cheating? Liking a Instagram girl
No.
photo.
I'm okay with all that. You want to look at girls' tits also can. But I feel like
Can lah.
Can.
Let's say his Instagram, the explore page, all girls.
Can.
If he watch more, I masturbate.
Can, why cannot?
Okay, green light.
He go see a picture of your best friend and masturbate.
Very
So
Why you must take it there?
wait,
must take it so
because
exactly.
this happened to one of my NOC girls and that caused a breakup.
Of course, we'll break up lah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Break up,
that one cannot.
That one's the limit lah.
Okay.
But I will like see that girl boobie big yeah. Yeah.
The one okay lah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. that
You
one
will
okay.
tell your boyfriend.
Yeah. See what her back don't know real or fake, you know.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
what's considered emotional cheating to you?
When you have feelings for another girl.
But you don't show lah.
Show lah. As in what? Show to me?
As in
He never act on it.
He never
He
act
just-
on it
he
lah.
just really
He
like-
just like another girl lah.
He just like
He don't. Okay, let's say he's talking to Jen, for example.
Yeah.
She's talking, but they talk every.
Okay, but the you cannot be somebody I know related
Okay.
to me.
Let's say you don't know Jen.
Okay, I don't know Jen.
This is just a random girl. Then
Okay.
he everyday texts, and then he's just like, oh, this is like my new colleague from work.
We're just friends.
We're just friends, but they everyday text. Then like he tell her things that he don't tell you. Like for example,
No.
cheating. That's emotional.
That's emotional.
But he don't like what? He say he don't like.
Say what you if you want to text your colleague every day and it's work related, that's fine.
It's more related, but it's about
But you don't like. Hey,
But it's about work,
what's
ma,
your
you won't
dinner?
understand.
You
Yeah.
eat what today?
Yeah, you won't
Cannot lah.
understand, but you won't understand. Like let's say I say I don't be your boyfriend, but your boyfriend like let's say work here, what? They say like,
Okay.
hey, Ryan today, wow, you know he buy lunch so smelly. His mouth.
Yeah. Oh, his mouth very smelly.
But he eat the lunch, his mouth damn smelly.
Yeah.
But he don't tell you what.
He won't tell you this kind of thing.
But he talk to that girl.
I think it's fine.
Like
Because
that.
I don't know, Ryan, if I'm. You know what I mean?
okay.
But every day though. Every day.
No lah, then I think
A bit too sus.
a bit too sus lah.
Right.
So yeah, so is it considered because he
No,
said he
no,
don't
not
like?
yet.
Not yet lah.
Not yet.
So at
Until
which
like
point?
you happy birthday, buy you present.
But they're just colleague what?
You know,
I think
Shower?
what she say is if the guy starting to put a lot of effort or
Correct,
keep
correct.
More than
about
her
the
lah.
guy.
Or you go out one-on-one on the weekend, that's too much.
One on one.
Yeah, one-on-one.
that's
on the
physical.
Oh, so you
That's
don't
true,
let
that's
your
true.
boyfriend go out one-on-one with a girl?
weekend.
Is it?
Weekends is me only.
Okay,
Wow.
sure. Weekdays. Can. Weekdays can, weekend
colleagues
cannot.
can.
Cheat on weekdays, okay.
No. Colleagues, you can go and eat.
One-on-one also okay lah, not an issue.
Let's say a primary school long lost friend, like the one girl just like, hey, it's been long since we met.
Sure, FA, right? Confirm.
No,
Go ahead.
His ex.
X cannot.
Oh,
X cannot.
X is the
The X is the max
no.
already.
ex cannot be friends.
Cannot.
Cannot even
Cannot.
talk.
Cannot.
Can. Happy birthday.
Oh, that's
Okay, wow, still very nice.
Still very generous.
Yeah,
Wow,
not bad, not
that
bad.
actually quite 看得开.
Happy birthday.
Not as like possessive as I might imagine.
Because I don't want to be treated like that.
Right.
Understand.
It works both ways.
So would you want to know?
I would want to know lah, cause I don't want to look stupid.
Oh, you don't 戴绿帽.
Yeah lor.
You don't 戴绿帽.
Yeah.
It's really like very disrespectful lah. I feel lah. Like
Yeah.
you really make the person
Stupid.
What the
No, I think this question, right? I think everybody want to know. Okay, everybody want, including me. But if I got a choice, right, that I don't even want to be aware of this situation in the first place,
Right,
I'd rather
right,
not.
right.
You get what I mean? But when there is a suspicion of this sort of thing, obviously everybody was.
No, that's why I asked, like everybody know.
If there's a suspicion, like there's whispers that you're hearing, you're feeling
Rumors.
something, right?
Okay.
Then obviously I want to know. But in the first place, if I'm not in that situation, I really hope not to. If you can lie to me
yeah.
so well,
Yes,
that
yeah.
nobody ever will find out, continue lying to me. I rather
Just
do
chill
that.
me.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
just
just like that
continue
lah.
lying.
Right.
Let me live in my happy little
Okay,
world.
okay.
Yeah.
So your current girlfriend got the green light to cheat.
I mean, I hope not lah.
There are. On the flip side, you know your friend is cheating. Will you 保多 or not?
I will never.
Do I know the?
Do I know the partner?
Do I know the partner?
Who I'm closer with?
Same level.
Oh,
Let's say like Ryan and Sherilyn. Same level ba? Taka.
Okay.
If Ryan cheat, will you tell Sherilyn?
I will tell Ryan first. I will tell Ryan, say,
Get your shit together.
you get your shit together.
If not, I tell her.
If not, I tell Sherry.
The idea is I don't want to be responsible to someone's breakup. But yeah, like you, I will tell the person to
Get your shit
together.
together.
I will also threaten him that if not, I'll tell the girl. But
Yeah.
I won't actually go tell the girl.
Yeah, I think maybe I won't say,
I won't.
but it's just a deal breaker for him to
Yeah.
or her to get their shit together. Like, are you sure you want to go down this path? Like, just a friendly reminder.
Friendly
Yeah,
reminder.
very friendly.
I think I will tell the partner, you sure he the one?
like
send
give
him
hint lah, give
signs.
hint lah.
But I won't straight up say lah.
Oh.
I was
So
like,
you're the
where-
one. You're the one to give them the suspicion.
Yeah. But I never say. I never say.
What the fucking
I
shit
say, hey, your boyfriend yesterday go where?
Why?
This person.
Wow, this one
Yeah, very
wow, next one she
dangerous.
asked, hey, where's Sherilyn? Wow, I know.
Sherilyn yesterday go where? But the whole thing happened, and then it was nice that they broke off because this is obviously unacceptable. But I think her dilemma was whether to keep the thing or not. So will you all keep it?
No,
Honestly, fuck him lah.
but I will give him back. I won't go try and sell or throw away lah. I just send him back to his house lah. I don't.
No, don't even send.
Yeah.
If he want, he can't call himself.
I think it's separate thing, man. 这个真的是 two separate thing ah.
Is it?
Yeah, for me, I don't want to have anything to do with him, so I clear cut just give
No
him
lah.
everything.
Yeah. Like what he said lah. I don't want that guy to have anything against
Nah,
me. I
don't give a fuck.
still his things.
This
Then
guy
he go
don't
and tell
deserve
everybody.
any respect.
Okay, then let's say right, this one is not because this is a valuable item.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Let's say it's just a personal gift. Like let's say a soft toy or whatsoever. Will you all keep?
No.
Depends If do I sleep
Hey!
do I sleep with this thing every day? Is it comfortable to like?
You'll
Damn
remind you.
comfortable, damn fucking
Yeah.
comfortable,
I will
right?
keep lah.
But got his smell.
Eee.
What? You used to like that guy, what the hell?
I throw away.
But it will
everything.
remind you of him every day if you keep it.
But very comfortable.
But very comfortable.
But got his
Then
smell.
I will buy another one of that.
No,
brand new.
it's the.
But I throw away everything.
The season
Yeah.
already or not?
That's why I got the zap ready.
Yeah, the soft toy
Got the
season
zap
already.
Cause I'm for me is cause I'm an emotional guy and I'm also an overthinker. So if I leave her things right, I will start to think.
Overthink
No,
lah.
but she buy you a shoe, you really love
No,
the shoe.
I will throw away everything. I don't want to be reminded.
You will throw
Yeah, I throw it.
So all the
I won't
leather-
choose, yeah.
Yeah,
I
okay.
did throw.
Like a very day-to-day thing, like
Yeah,
show
like
your
if-
specs,
Practical.
your Apple Watch.
Anything that if I look at this thing, I will remember how it was given to me. I will throw.
Will you keep? Will you keep?
I will keep.
Don't-
If it
practical
helps
lah.
me in my life.
Confirm.
If I use it on a daily basis, yes, I will keep it.
Okay, then my next question.
你很多 hypothetical
我再给 content.
Okay, okay.
You will keep, right? You will keep. Right?
Confirm.
Okay, then let's say now you break up already. Then
Yeah.
your girlfriend now comes in or your boyfriend comes in. Let's say like, hey, your Apple Watch who give one? Your ex how you throw away?
Will he buy me a new one?
No lah, siao.
Then no lah.
But this is your ex one leh.
But I use it
Yeah, lor.
I throw away Apple Watch. I think
bit
Apple
hard
Watch
lah.
too extreme.
Okay, shoe.
Shoe okay.
Sure, okay,
Will you throw?
throw lah. If it make you happy lah.
Yeah, lor. True lah, true
True.
lah.
But Apple Watch I will keep.
Like very
MacBook.
expensive
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like the fella won't buy for me again, then I won't lah. But if it's like shoe, like those 80块, 60块, okay lah, throw.
You say that, what's your answer?
My answer? I listen to the girl. Happy wife, happy life.
Correct.
Yeah, so you got your answer. Maybe expensive one you keep lying. Nothing wrong to keep because
That's his answer. I say return it 一刀两断，
Like cut clean.
一刀两
If
断
you。don't use the watch, return it. If you
I rather
use it,
sell. Yeah.
Yeah, confirm sell one.
Confirm sell.
Yeah, fuck him lah.
That
Yeah,
can be
do so many bad
Hey,
things to you.
return it for what? You need to
But
travel. no?
you see,
care about
that's
the-
why there's legal. If like that, it's considered stealing already.
It's not stealing what. He left it at his house by accident what.
Yeah, then return it. lah.
No.
So you leave your wallet in a taxi, you don't.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, next time you leave your
liar.
Wait. If someone left the wallet in the taxi, and the person didn't do anything bad to me, sure. But this one is do like from the worst of the worst to me. Like a bit revengeful lah, but sorry. I sure sell one.
But if the watch like $80, then sure lah.
Or if like not worth, then fuck it, just throw lah.
Sure.
很多你们很多 rules and regulation, boundaries and numbers. and
Oh, very
shit,
simple.
No, it's not very simple.
simple.
Very complicated.
Very
The
simple.
cost of the item.
$80 throw, $81 I keep.
Hey, more 3 digit I
yes.
sell. Less than
So
3 digit.
$99 throw, 100 you keep.
$99 maybe still can.
你在气吗？你是
Do I use the product?
Yeah, lor,
That
that's
one
why.
important.
Okay lah, actually maybe Ryan is right. Just fucking give it back to
Yeah,
him.
just give it back.
And just don't care him already.
Yeah.
Actually no, ask him come and collect from you.
If
him
he
pay
don't want to
from
collect,
you.
right, then you can sell.
Yeah, he don't want.
At least he bought him already.
Correct.
At least he bought him already.
Some guys will say, never mind, I don't want.
Yeah, then okay, then you can sell.
Yeah,
Don't
Then you have the
issue,
clearance
Correct.
to.
That is legal.
Okay, hey, that's wow. We are so good.
Yeah.
Advice
I tell you,
givers.
professional. Each season passing, we will get more professional.
Each passing season.
Oh, each passing season.
Yeah, but the English won't improve.
Yeah.
So what's our grand takeaway for this episode? What did we learn?
I learned that girls have very weird fetishes.
Okay,
No,
the
that
ball
one
grabbing
girl
one.
already, maybe.
One
That
girl
one
lah,
girl
out of
in
how many?
particular.
I'm pretty sure she represents most of the girls.
No.
I believe everybody have some skeletons in their closet
Confirm.
and they have some weird fetish that nobody talks about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like you won't admit, you won't admit, you won't admit.
I mean what?
I will never
what
admit
fetish?
my fetish.
There you see.
I will never.
I
think I'm not
said my
aware.
fetish already.
I don't believe that's your real fetish.
I want to play game.
I don't believe that's your real
Game
fetish.
time.
My greatest takeaway is that I can't believe we actually did one whole season of Get It On.
Yay.
And really
How many episodes has it been?
20. This is the 21st episode.
21st. We got more episodes than solo leveling already, I think.
Oh yeah.
For
Actually,
their first season, maybe.
now it's solo level is what 18
I can't remember, but around there. But we got, and it's really very amazing. And it's all thanks to you guys
Yes,
for the
yes.
subscription,
Thank
the
you so much.
comments, the likes, and the
Yes,
sharing.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
Continue commenting. I really read everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really read everything.
I have to say that this is also one of my favorite content to do. I think very chill.
The only hard people is those behind the scene on the
yeah.
producer need to go and think what question, all that. We just need to sit here and yep.
But of course, this episode does not come for free. And we still do need a lot of support from businesses out there.
Yeah,
of course.
yeah,
And
yeah.
if you all really want to work with us and help us out and then continue this season, you can just contact us right over here.
Yeah.
How about you, Diane? What's your grand takeaway for this episode?
I think the most interesting story to me today is the Gen Z and don't belong in this generation.
Oh. Why do you feel that way?
You relatable.
I think it's
Relatable
quite
lah.
relatable. Lah.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel all your friends are idiots.
I
I
think she feel like the boss is an idiot.
No, I feel like I'm at the stage where I'm past that stage, but they are still at the stage.
The stage.
I'm at the stage where I passed that stage, but they are at the
Did
stage.
they pass her clubbing,
Yeah.
drinking?
But they're still there. They're still there. They're still
I
there.
will understand why Gen Z still got that clubbing stage because COVID ma.
Correct.
Yes.
We press lah, then
Yeah,
now they all
revenge clubbing.
Revenge club.
Yeah, revenge club.
Last time got a revenge vacation. now it's revenge
Then
club.
you catch your revenge.
They go in right then. Oh my god. Maybe next year no more. Maybe next year fucking club. Like fuck.
Okay, so there's a lot of things that we asked you to do in this episode. Leave a comment, check out the description box, look out for our outdoor episode. We hope that you continue to support this show. And as always, remember to follow all our socials. Click here for more, click here to what, and cut to the bloopers.
Very humid.
Then very humid, right? Then the chat. What the hell was that? Can you stop it?